This brings us to our final match, the final between JiuJitsu and Ellis Younger, who is going to take the crown of Submission Series 1. Jed already looking to establish the control. You can instantly see that Younger is the longer, taller fighter.
So obviously there's no wrestling rule for the final here, so Jed was allowed to pull guard straight away. The most important thing in this match is the submission.
So it's interesting, in the final you've taken away the guard pull rule, so that enables them to really just flourish in their own game and get after the win.
It's going to be a very different style. It's going to be interesting to see what these guys have in store for us. I mean, obviously there's less emphasis on the takedowns and the positional dominance. It's literally just about who can sub who right now.
And that offers a dynamic of excitement, really, because both of these athletes want to walk away the winner of the first submission series, and they've given the opportunity here by the rule set.
Obviously they don't want to be able to give too much away for each other as well, and you know, the most important thing is not to get subbed, right, and create opportunities for themselves.
And often if you are chasing after subs a bit more than you usually would, sometimes it gives your opponent the affordance to attack you and actually sub you, so you're going to have to be a little bit conservative but still active and chase after the win.
Exactly, you don't want to overexpose yourself, but also you need to be in the right position at the right time, and you know, if something fails, know that you're not giving anything away.
Jed ranked a brown belt underground union, Ellis under Northeast Jiu-Jitsu. So a bit of feather in the cap here if Jed can pull a submission out the bag.
Well, these guys have fought before on a number of occasions. Jed's managed to take the last two by decision. Ellis is the only one to have actually taken a submission win, so it'd be interesting to see how this plays out. So 2-1 at the moment overall between these two. Ellis is the only one to have taken a submission, and obviously there's going to be a submission coming away today as well. So they're no stranger to one another.
That offers another dynamic as well, being well versed in each other's game, fought in multiple times and having that experience of their game plans, their do's and don'ts, their best submissions, their best positions. So it really is a tactical advantage to be able to have and fought your opponent, but they have that tactical advantage against you to know your game as well, so you almost have to do something out of the box.
Absolutely, and it's very interesting to see, obviously the last two occasions it hasn't been a submission, and the fact that nothing else can happen other than a submission from one of the two today. So it'd be interesting to see what happens.
Jed now finds himself forcing that knee slice. Reverse De La Riva attempt from Younger. And an insistent guard pull from Younger, looking to break the posture of JiuJitsu. And there's a scissor leg entry, looking for the saddle we've seen before from Jed. Just unable to secure it. Younger did a good job of squaring his hips down to the ground. Didn't give JiuJitsu any real estate to grab onto that leg.
I loved how Jed used that shoulder crunch to go for the legs there as well.
Jed has a very dangerous and creative leg lock game, as we said to you before. Very sneaky back attacks, as we said before, but he kind of seems like now he's just throwing up what he can and seeing what presents itself. Then he'll further consolidate that information and focus his attack as he goes on.
Yeah, he's pretty well-rounded, Jed. I mean, he is known for his leg locks, but he, you know, he's shown on, you know, recent Polaris performance against Dinu that he's you know, that he's versed in lots of different positions.
It's Younger now in the top position, looking to pass the legs. Stepping through on the inside. Ankle control, looking to go down to the knees here. Looking to stay very tight to Hugh. He doesn't want to enable him to get those double underhooks and use those elevators for the butterfly sweep. Jed looking for the inversion here, reverse de la Hiva. Look for him to go over on his shoulders. Younger senses that and exits. Interesting to see Jed scoot back to the middle there. He wants some space to work. He doesn't want to allow Younger to have an opportunity to escape the mat. And usually that is down to the leg locks. When you have a leg lock locked on, particularly a heel hook, your opponent will roll off the mat. Here's the knee bar attempt here. Potentially could switch to the saddle, looking to pummel that right leg in. Legs outside now. The knee line's just clearing here. You might see Jed look to pull the leg towards him. He's got a good grip on the heel. The ball of the heel there. Let it go.
Ellis manages to get his knee out.
And we get a reset in the middle. Tactical battle thus far.
I think both of the guys are pacing themselves, and neither of them are, are trying to push the pace too far. They know that that it could end up being a problem for them if they, if they gas out too early.
It's a game of inches here, isn't it? If one makes a tiny mistake, the other one can capitalise on it. And I think they're both waiting for that mistake to happen. They're being very cautious here, but still being very active and threatening the leg lock games, threatening the inversions, threatening the sweeps, and indeed the guard passes. Jed's going to sit back here and attack the foot.
Trying to pull that knee in, but Ellis is having none of it.
Jed now needs to fight the inside position. So get his feet on the inside of Younger to attack those legs. Younger now showing his dexterity and his flexibility. And there's the stamp on the back of the knee we've seen throughout the tournament.
Go for that shoulder control again.
Oh, beautiful. Lovely sweep from Younger, but Hugh just so responsive. The second he hits the mat, he's back to his feet.
Yeah.
Back to the guard position here. Younger opting to utilise the triangle, body lock. Younger very happy to keep his counterpart in Hugh here. Could be looking for an arm submission, Kimuras. We've seen the shoulder crushes that he uses. Switching back now to the guard position. Younger looking to create the angle potentially for the armbar. Switching around here, puts possible omoplata attempt. Ellis Younger sitting up now, but he's given the foot in the exchange.
Lock, yes, so he's got the leg isolated there in the 50-50 position. Let's see if he can make use of this. I think he's got the left leg control. I think Ellis is, yeah, so I think momentarily he had his right leg controlled, sits back. Ellis manages to find his way out.
Jed's getting a little bit closer each time. He's getting more and more control. He's getting deeper and deeper down the knee line. As I said before, he's consolidating this information and making adjustments throughout the fight. There's Younger now on the advance on his feet, looking to skip past Kimura attempt. Younger again stuck in the half guard. Jed very patient here. Going to pass his leg through to expose the leg. Beautiful leg on the outside. He's got some options from here, Yusuf.
He has indeed, yes. He's got leg controlled from the inside, but again, Ellis manages to pummel his legs back out of position again.
He's getting closer to that control though. Every time he's just inching closer and closer. And we traditionally we see the saddles and we see the ashigamis, but you can finish from outside ashis, and even when your leg's over the top of your opponent as well, if you've got a bite on that leg, you can certainly put enough pressure through it.
Absolutely, if your opponent doesn't react quick enough, then there's always a chance.
Jed now on top, sitting back for the leg. He's got a few options here. Straight foot locks, potentially the heel hook. Looks like he's adjusting. Oh, there was the scream from Younger. Difficult to see from our vantage point, but that could have been an Aoki lock. Check out the replay for that one, but check that out.
Amazing win by Jed.
The winner.
And that caught everybody by surprise, including Jed. I don't know whether he was expecting that to work or not, but it seemed to have done the trick.
Check out the replay here. There's the handiwork of Jed off his back. Skilled submission artist, he gets the sweep here, but look how he bounces straight back. There it is, look, you can see the heel just skips out, so it's not a straight foot lock. It's the Aoki lock because it puts pressure on the inside of the ankle and the inside of the knee.
Absolutely, you see the knee twisting out to the side, then the heel coming out. It's a dangerous foot lock.